Now, welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes.
Nor without.
Let's get right to the news.
Okay, we're going to start by talking about Ahsoka today. We got some new possible leaks and rumors.
Oh boy.
They really don't amount to too much. But if you want to go in clean, goodbye. Find us later in the
Or
show.
skip to the next story, right?
Yeah, it'll be in there. Another story. Great. Good times.
We promise it'll be really good. You're really hyping it up.
You're really putting the pressure on me now.
Good.
Okay, well, we've got about 3-ish months from the release of Ahsoka. I mean, we don't have a date yet. I figure we're going to get a date at San Diego Comic-Con. Probably a new trailer then. Because that should be roughly weeks away from the actual show premiering.
Possibly. I don't think Lucasfilm has had a huge presence at Comic-Con as of late, but we'll see.
Who knows? They like to get around, right?
Sure. I don't think there's a reason not to go, right?
Mm-hmm. Ahsoka is supposed to be like the spiritual successor, kind of, to Star Wars Rebels.
Or just its sequel.
It's also a spin-off to The Mandalorian, following up on some of the threads the show forged on with. For anyone who doesn't know, the series finale of Rebels had Ezra Bridger fight off an attack on Lothal from Grand Admiral Thrawn and the Empire by using these space whales known as the Purrgil to, grab the ship that they were in, grab all of the Empire ships along with himself, and it jumped off into hyperspace to parts unknown.
Yep.
Yes.
Sounds really weird, but it's not that bad.
And then we saw that he had already given his lightsaber to Chopper, and Chopper gave it to Sabine, so, it's so cute. But let's keep moving. The series actually had an epilogue where we saw Ahsoka, she just showed up, and Sabine, that they were going to set off on a quest together to go look for Ezra.
Well, yeah, Ahsoka had promised to come find Ezra prior to this in the world between worlds.
And she came to go get Sabine to go and do that. And that took place in 5 ABY. In Season 2 of The Mandalorian, 9 ABY, we saw Ahsoka confront Morgan Elsbeth, demanding to know where Thrawn is. We can also assume she's still looking for Ezra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like Thrawn is returned, but Ezra did not.
I don't know if Thrawn has actually returned, or just managed to get a message through, or all sorts of, who knows.
That's possible,
Not to mention, you're not going to ask Morgan Elsbeth where Ezra is. She doesn't care.
Well, no, but I mean, I'm assuming that just means that Thrawn has returned somehow.
Somehow. Well, according to past reports from Making Star Wars, Thrawn and Bridger are located in a new galaxy, or just a part of the galaxy we've never seen before, which I know you're leaning towards the second.
Let's not go to a new galaxy. That's
something
just not necessary.
That has been referred to as the New Beyond. But now Making Star Wars shared a specific, location. There's a location in the show somewhere called the Nodian Highlands. According to them, a large fight will take place in the Nodian Highlands between Ahsoka Tano, Sabine Wren, Morgan Elsbeth, Baylan, and Shin.
Sounds like all the big players.
A lot of big players.
Sounds like a late game, late in the season kind of thing.
Yeah, because I'm kind of assuming that Baylan and Shin are out wherever Thrawn's at.
Like he encounters them wherever they
Yeah, I think wherever he is, they've been there.
Yeah.
That's kind of just how I feel, because they don't feel very traditional Star Wars-y, I guess, in a way.
It's the orange lightsaber, isn't it?
Of course, that's all it could be.
I mean, it kind of is, right?
Orange doesn't necessarily mean dark side. I mean, Cal ran around with an orange lightsaber in Jedi Fallen
Well, sure,
Order.
but he could run around with a pink one and a cyan and other colors as well.
Yeah, yes. I mean, this could possibly be the location Thrawn and Ezra are, but it could also be something to do with Making Star Wars also reported that Morgan Elsbeth has been constructing a large vessel that'll venture out into the unknown to locate and bring back Thrawn, and somehow Ahsoka and Sabine are going to follow her to that location.
Well, she succeeds if that's the case, because we've seen her on that ship, and we've seen Thrawn on the same ship with you.
Supposedly, it's that the reason in Mandalorian Season 2, Morgan Elsbeth was such a war dog, or whatever they called her, and why she was treating those villagers so bad, is whatever she needed materials to build this ship, and that's why she was so hard on these, because she needed something. Yeah. She was gathering these resources so she could build this vessel that is somehow special that can go and get Thrawn, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
The Purgils can get there naturally, though, apparently.
Well, yeah, because they're Purgils. They're special. So we now have a name of a location, the Nodian Highlands. It's probably a specific part of a planet.
That's what
Maybe
it sounds
the planet
like, yeah.
Nodia.
Come on, they can do better than that. I'm going to guess that makes sense, though.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to go to the New Beyond on a special ship that the Purgil can only get to.
Yeah.
And how is Sabine and Ahsoka supposed to get there? They don't have a special ship.
I don't know, maybe
Do they sneak on board the ship like Obi-Wan and hide in the compartment?
Yes. And then they'll pop out and go, hello there.
Hello there.
Alright, then we've talked about that weirdness enough. Alright, let's continue to talk about Ahsoka. Natasha Louis Bordizzo has finally come out and talked about the lightsaber.
Ezra's lightsaber?
Well, there was the extended trailer for Ahsoka that Star Wars Celebration attendees got if they were lucky enough to get in there, but nobody else got to see
I like
them.
your little bit of attitude there.
Because you put a few extra seconds that nobody else got to see. Well, we got to see them, but we got to see them in really poor quality. And I'll probably put really poor quality images up so that everyone else can see really poor quality.
I'm actually okay that they get like an extra clip. It's when they get shown like a whole trailer and then we don't get to see it.
Like the Andor trailer that I have in really poor quality, or the Skeleton Crew trailer I have in
like
really
just
poor
show the
quality.
trailer, and if you want to give them a little extra glimpse
little
of something,
tidbit of something.
yeah, that's fine.
Give them a little something. But not all of it. The extra stuff they got that first shot of Lars Mikkelsen as Grand Admiral Thrawn in live action from, the front.
Yes, not just the back of
Not
his
just
head.
the back of his head. So, look everyone, it's Thrawn. Another moment that got the crowd really excited was Sabine igniting the green lightsaber. Bum, bum, bum. The cast on stage at that time were all talking about their experiences doing stunts for the show, particularly getting to train under their stunt coordinator, Ming Kwai, who was key to bringing the lightsaber fights to life. Rosario Dawson and Ivana Sankono gave very detailed explanations about their experience fighting with those iconic weapons.
You mean lightsabers?
Yeah. But then Bordizzo had joined in on the conversation, but didn't disclose at time that she actually fought with one. So people were just assuming she was talking about just doing stunts as a Mandalorian warrior with the stunt trainer.
She was trained by a Jedi. She was trained by Kanan.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who's playing Hera, kind of didn't talk during that portion of the panel, so we can assume that maybe she doesn't have so many fights in the show.
Or a lightsaber, like she shouldn't.
In the Empire magazine 20-page coverage of the Star Wars stuff, Bordizzo finally was able to speak about her experience on set, adding how her character's Mandalorian lineage added so much weight to the way she wielded her lightsaber. She said, "I'm just really glad that that's out there. It's really been hard talking about my fight training without talking about the fact that it's saber training, which is literally all I've been doing for so long. The Mandalorian physicality is very Western, then the saber style is very samurai influenced. Trying to embody those two things, sometimes one right after the other in the choreography, was super interesting because they're such different modes of being. I really had fun with the journey of trying to master both." Just do a din-din and cut your leg.
Din-did.
Din-din.
I'm glad that we've finally seen somebody cut themselves with their own lightsaber.
You knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean...
I want a safety on mine.
I don't know how you get a safety on that thing.
If it gets this close to my flesh, just turn off.
If lightsabers were real, a lot of people would have killed themselves with one.
There'd be so many accidents.
A lot of people.
So many.
Yes.
Not even just to yourself, but hurting other people.
Oh my god! Yeah, they would
You
be.
get in the car and you accidentally turn the button on and zing. Darn it!
Yes, keep them away from your children too. Well, I mean, you just hit the button.
Another
and...
level of safety precautions, right?
Yeah, unless you're Anakin.
Unless you're Anakin.
Then you take them by the children.
No. The trailer showed more than just Sabine igniting the saber. She also kind of goes into some battle against the character known as Shin Hati. And we even get to see both of their lightsabers clash. It looks like Ezra's saber. We're pretty sure it's gotta be Ezra's saber. How else would she get one?
Get a green saber from?
I don't know.
I'm just curious how she's gonna fight like a Force sensitive. That's a little...
That's rough, because...
I mean, I guess... Mandalorians do it, right?
Unless Shin isn't a Force sensitive.
Yeah, maybe.
Have we seen her use the Force in the trailers? No. We have not.
No, I guess not.
No, we have not.
Just assuming.
We saw Balon use the Force.
Yeah.
Yes. But they did ask her specifically if it was Ezra's saber, and she wouldn't confirm it.
Come on.
She said, "What can I tease? It's just part of her journey. Not the saber itself, but what comes with that, and what that means, and what mindset it takes to wield that weapon." Because it's Ezra's, and she's got feelings.
Yeah.
So many feelings.
She does have feelings for Ezra.
She does. She didn't want to, but she did.
No, she really didn't want to.
She really didn't want to.
She didn't really like Ezra. I mean, not that she hated him, but she didn't really have any kind of inkling towards him at all early in Rebels.
Yeah, I can't blame her.
I can't say I do either. But
At the beginning, he was a little annoying.
Yeah.
He grew up.
He got good in
got
season
better.
4. He was all right
It
in
was a
season
very
3.
natural
And then
progression, though, so it was good.
It was pretty good. By the end of the show, I like Ezra.
Now let's talk about the last bit today, because I saw someone in the comments of yesterday's video wanted us to talk about Andor earning Star Wars' first ever Peabody Award.
Yay, Andor.
Star Wars franchise is like over 45 years old, and it's won lots of awards, technical awards for special effects and sound, makeup, costume, set design. I mean, people consider Star Wars one of the best stories ever told, but it doesn't win any awards for its stories. It doesn't win
ironic.
things like best writing. But,
Well, have you read any of the scripts?
But now that Star Wars has made its way over to television, there's a whole new slate of awards that it can win. And then some of them are more prestigious than others, let's say. I mean, The Mandalorian was once a breath of fresh air for us Star Wars fans, but it didn't win any story-based awards. Andor, on the other hand, is being recognized for its fantastic use of storytelling by being awarded a Peabody Award. Peabody,
Very awesome.
For anyone who doesn't know, what a Peabody Award, what they do is they honor the most powerful, enlightening, and invigorating stories in television, radio, and online media, an entertainment award going to Andor for bringing more human relatability to a galaxy far, far away.
That is exactly what it did.
Specifically, they said, few other long-running franchises loom as large in today's contemporary pop culture imagination as Star Wars. Yet amid stories of destiny-driven heroes and doomed super-powered villains, Tony Gilroy's Andor tackles that familiar galaxy with plenty of spectacle, but also a keen-eyed commitment to mirroring our own mundane trials and tribulations as it follows scavenger Cassian Andor, who unwittingly becomes radicalized in the wake of a police state intent on crushing any and all signs of the Rebel Alliance. As fans, as you know and you have done, we've praised Andor for
Immensely,
for its writing, for its deep characters, for really showing us so many facets of how this rebellion started. It was amazing. It's still amazing.
Yeah.
The series actually still holds the highest audience score on Rotten Tomatoes out of all the other live-action Star Wars on Disney+. And the Emmy nominations are right around the corner. We could see this series gain even more respect for the phenomenal work that Tony Gilroy and others have put into the show. But it's interesting because it's going to be facing off against Kenobi.
What?
Kenobi's in the same time bracket, so Kenobi could be going for awards too.
Kenobi don't deserve any rewards.
Can get some for something, though, right?
For what?
I don't know. I got nothing. I just think it's funny that it's going to be an award season with the same time frame as Andor, and I'm like, how do you compare?
You don't.
But you could, because it really will be, though. Any award that Andor takes is one that Kenobi couldn't.
Well, I don't think Kenobi can take any reward.
I don't know. People like Ewan McGregor. He might get nominated for... What if they're nominated in the same categories? Wouldn't that be fun? Best Actor, Diego Luna, versus Ewan McGregor.
I don't think Ewan did a horrible job, I guess, in Kenobi, acting. I mean, he's a good actor.
He's a good actor, that's for sure. We could see some head-to-head Star Wars action.
That
excites me.
A duel to the death for the...
Because when you put the movies out there, the movies don't compete against each other because they don't usually come out in the same year. Not like Marvel movies, which they're all competing against themselves.
But they don't get awards.
No, they don't. Sometimes for technical achievements.
Sure, yeah, that kind of thing. But nobody's ever like, oh, that was the best story.
No, that's why I'm excited, because we could literally see 2 Disney Plus shows just going against each other, and that never happens.
What makes you think Kenobi's going to be nominated for anything?
What makes you think it won't?
Because it's Kenobi. Have you seen it?
Could get for set design or those technical awards that we just talked about Star Wars earning. There you go.
Sure, maybe.
But I want to see how they compare.
I don't think the set design was that impressive, but I'll...
Well, they designed it on the volume.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm excited. I would love to see these shows go head-to-head in their own way.
Sure. I just want to see Andor win some awards. I think it deserves it.
It does. It does.
Yeah, some more awards, I should say.
More awards. More!
All right, well, that is going to be all we got for you this time. So now it's your turn to take to the comments below and tell us what you think of any and all of today's news, and let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.